Hey look, it's the Ha Noi Hilton.
I know, terrible joke, right? What those words tend to bring to mind if you are a member of the generation that lived through the U.S. war in Vietnam or served in it is not an international hotel chain, it is this. The Hoa Lo prison, where John McCain, among others, did time as a prisoner of war. The prison is now a museum, and the exhibits focus more on the French War in Vietnam, which many here consider the more significant war when it comes to Vietnam's struggle for real independence and autonomy.
After all, the French first began to conquer Vietnam in the 1880s.
What is left of Hoa Lo prison is basically one wing of what used to be a very large compound. Right next to it is a very large modern hotel where the rest of the prison used to be. And that is a good example of how Vietnam has chosen to move on. It was important to them to preserve part of it. It was important to them to make way for progress and for new building. It really is a good example of the way the country's psyche operates. The exhibits in this museum tend to focus on the French War in Vietnam because originally this was a French colonial prison. Prisoners here were Vietnamese patriots and nationalists, and the place just really feels miserable. It feels heavy here. People were tortured, people were imprisoned for life, they were put to death there. So it really is much more a memorial to the Vietnamese people who were imprisoned and died simply fighting for their right to exist as an independent country than it is a symbol of the American war in Vietnam. Yes, you can still see Senator John McCain's flight suit and the other paraphernalia that belonged to US POWs who were imprisoned there.
But what the place makes me think of more than the specific conflicts it represents is the cyclical nature of human domination and inflicted pain and suffering. Mercifully, it's now a place of reflection and remembrance.